You mentioned the leveling of Fallujah. That is something that has pretty much been hidden from the eyes of the American people. There is an upcoming documentary which will be showing the panorama of the destruction in Fallujah, and hopefully that will awaken some conscience in the American people about the devastation that's taking place over there.
Fallujah was a beautiful city. It's over 1,000 years old, and it's surrounded from three corners or three sides by water, by the river Euphrates. You can get the best kebab in Iraq in Fallujah, really. And they're nice people, really wonderful people, very tribal, very hospitable. But they have a right to live the way they want to live, and basically the Americans drew first blood when they shot at a peaceful demonstration, killing, I'm not sure, a dozen or so at the time. And of course, people have to retaliate, and the American standpoint was we're the big bad wolf, and we have the biggest guns and overwhelming force, and those people are believers, and they believe that the force is with God and with what's right, and they're not going to stop.
Please describe the makeup and the role of the non-Iraqi fighters who are coming to Iraq, and why are they there, and how do the Iraqi people perceive them?
Well, this here is very much all about hypocrisy, because you have these fanatics in close by Arab countries, mainly Jordan and Syria, attracted by the American fanatics, and coming into Iraq fighting against Americans, supposedly. In reality, their outlook is that the Iraqi people did not fight the Americans, especially the Shia and the Kurds. These are their declarations. So their first target is to punish these people who did not fight back. They would be much better served to fight against their own government, who helped the Americans attack Iraq from their borders, whether it be Jordan, who attacked from the Americans attacked from Jordan, from the west of Iraq, and also from Saudi Arabia. In spite of what we hear on the media here, the truth is that they have attacked from Jordan and Saudi Arabia. Now, these people are fanatics, and they're sworn enemies to the Shia and the Sunnah, I might add, to all the Iraqis who are not up to their standards, whatever their standards are. And they are no representative of Islam. Islam will not allow for suicide or killing children or civilians. Yes, Islam allows for resisting the enemy and standing up for your morals and ideals and way of life, but not for killing children. Now, these elements are received by sore losers, if you will, of the old Ba'ath party, who also think that the Iraqi people should have fought for the regime and things like that for their country. But these people would not fight for the regime that enslaves them in their own country. They just stood down and let the Americans get rid of the regime. And then afterwards, if the Americans insist on staying, of course they will fight and continue to fight until they kick them out. There's no two way about it. And more than anything else, they do not need to be pushed by any outsider. Now, the Bush regime loves this to happen, because the American forces serve as a magnet to these fanatics and justifies their point of we will fight them there before they come here, which is all wrong too, because they can never come here. They're too dumb to start with. Number two, put it in his own backyard. Who wants Iraq to be a battlefield with two fanatics coming from outside, the Americans and the Saudis and the Jordanians, it's not a good fight anyway. They want to fight, let them fight somewhere else, not in Iraq. I mean, Iraq belongs to the Iraqis, and Iraqis are cultured people, and they know how to fight. They don't need anyone telling them how to fight or pushing them.